Next problem. Find the z transformation of n square. So we'll see the solution. Let f of n is equal to n square. We know that z of n f of n which is equal to, right, which is equal to minus z d by dz of f of n from the property, right? Multiplication of n, right, property, minus z d by dz of the z transformation of f of n. So z of n square which is equal to z of n into n. So taking f of n as n, right? So n into f of n. So n into n means n into f of n which is equal to n. So replace n by f of n. So z minus z into d by dz of z of f of n is nothing but n. So z of n. We know z of n formula, right? Minus z into d by dz of z by z minus 1 square, right? That we know. Substituting that one and taking differentiation. So here numerator z, in denominator z minus 1 square. So we are using the formula derivative of u by v. So v square in denominator first v square. So here you are having z minus 1 square. So v square, v is nothing but z minus 1 square. So v square means z minus 1 square the square. So z minus 1 power 4, right? U is nothing but z. So next in numerator v u dash, derivative of u, right? So v is nothing but z minus 1 square into derivative of z with respect to z 1. So into 1 minus. So you have to keep u as it is. So u dv, right? So z into u is nothing but z into derivative of z minus 1 square. Z minus 1 square is nothing but 2 into z minus 1, right? So you will get, right, we know derivative of u by v formula. So that is equal to minus z minus 1 into, so z minus 1 common in the numerator. So take it outside. So first term z minus 1, balance remaining you are having 1 z minus 1. In the second term you are having minus 2z, right? So you can cancel z minus 1 with, in denominator you are having z minus 1 power 4. You can cancel 1 z minus 1. So you will get minus z. So z minus 2z minus z, then minus 1 in the numerator divided by z minus 1 whole cube. So z of n square which is equal to, so multiplying minus z inside. So minus into minus plus z into z square. So z square. Again minus into minus plus z into 1 z. So z square by z by whole divided by z minus 1 whole cube, right? Next problem. To find the z transformation of n cube, right? So given f of n which is equal to n cube. We know that z of n f of n which is equal to minus z d by dz of z of f of n. So z of n cube can be written as z of n into n square. Here f of n is nothing but n square, right? So using that formula, minus z d by dz of, so z of f of n is nothing but which is equal to minus z d by dz of n square. So n square we know from the previous problem, z square by z square plus z by z minus 1 the whole cube. Substituting the minus z d by dz of z square plus z by z minus 1 whole cube. Again you have to use u by v, derivative of u by v. So here v is nothing but z minus 1 whole cube. U is nothing but numerator z square plus z. So v square in the formula. So z minus 1 whole cube the whole square. So you will get z minus 1 whole power 6. Then v into derivative of u, right? Numerator, derivative of numerator. So z minus 1 whole cube v, derivative of numerator. So derivative of numerator for z square 2z, for z 1. So you will get 2z plus 1 minus, now you keep the numerator u, it is v z square plus z, and derivative of v, the denominator. So z minus 1 whole cube derivative is nothing but 3 into z minus 1 power 2, right? N into x power n minus 1. Instead of x you are having z minus 1. So n into n is 3. So 3 into z minus 1 into n minus 1. 3 minus 1 you will get 2, right? So this is equal to minus z into z minus 1 square, right? We are taking z minus 1 square common in the numerator, take it outside, so you will get, so z minus 1, right? In the first term balance you are having z minus 1 into 2z plus 1. The second term you are having minus 3 and z square plus z. In the denominator, so z minus 1 power 6 minus z into z minus 1 whole square will cancel with the denominator z minus 1 power 6. So balance in denominator you are having z minus 1 power 4. And then numerator terms z minus 1 into 2z plus 1 minus 3 into z plus z square plus z minus z into, now expanding that one, first bracket z minus 1, second bracket 2z plus 1 in the numerator, right? First term. So z into 2z square, z into, then minus 1 into 2z minus 2z, z into 1, so plus z, minus 1 into plus 1 minus 1. Second term you are expanding, minus 3 into z square minus 3z square minus 3 into z minus 3z, right? So which is equal to, so now you will get, see, 2z square, then there is one z square term minus 3z square, right? Minus 3 plus 2, so you will get minus 1 z square, right? Next z term, you are having minus 2z, then minus 3z, total minus 5z, 2 plus 3 minus, right? 5z, then plus z, so 5 minus 1, that is minus 5 plus 1, you will get minus 4 4z, then the constant term minus 1 divided by z minus 1 power 4. Therefore z n cube, which is equal to, so multiplying with minus z inside, so minus z into minus z square plus z cube minus z into minus 4z plus 4z square minus z into minus 1 plus z by z minus 1 power 4. Thanks. We'll see in the next video.